Hey guys, welcome back. I'm actually in the basement tonight. My whole day was just pretty much hell. Anything that went wrong, went wrong. But the good news is the Impala is gone. They picked it up today. Semi came and picked it up, believe it or not, an open trailer all the way to Arizona. No idea why they chose to do that, but whatever. So what I want to do on this video is I'm going to clear this playfield. I got it touched up decent. It's not perfect because there was a lot of wear in a lot of this wood area that it was kind of worn down into the wood. And there's really not a ton you can do with that. Just keep putting coats of paint over it and try to build it up. It'll look a lot better once it's cleared. Now, as far as like the drop targets and stuff, I'm going to not worry about that. I'm going to clear right over them. And then those are getting taken out anyways. I'm going to change those. And I'm going to do a video on taking that drop target box out of there. And we're going to take it apart and switch out those drop targets, clean it up, and put it back together. And also, I fixed the other spinner on Grand Prix. So now Grand Prix is 100% ready for one more coat of wax. Clean the glass really good, which I absolutely hate cleaning glass. It's a pain in the butt. But I'm going to get the glass clean real good, and then I'm going to polish up these side rails and stuff. And then this is done. So this one, as you noticed when I had adjusted this, it really moves good now, this side. You see how well that spins. Now this side I got it good too. Maybe a hair less than that side, but it's pretty damn good. So I'd have to say they're all both pretty close to equal now. So that's finally straightened out. Those are kind of a pain. You got to have them like 100% adjusted correctly. If you have any sort of a tweak in your frame or your sides coming down, you know, or your pin that comes across, because the pin comes across and goes up and over. And if you have that just misaligned a little bit, any part of it, it's a pain in the butt, and it causes it to not spin as well. Also, you have to make sure that your rod going into your leaf switch is going the right way too. In fact, this one I had going in the right way. So the leaf switch goes up and down like this, and then there's a hole drilled in it, and then there's a V in it, and then that tab goes towards the back side of the leaf switch. This one was incorrect. That one was actually spun this way, and the tab was facing outwards. So I spun it around, and then I rebent this, and I got it to work a lot better that way. So just a word of advice, if you make sure that tab is facing towards the leaf switch itself, not away from it. If it's facing away from it, it's definitely not going to spin and operate as good as it does facing it, just so you know. So we are going to be using, let's get a look here. Now, I ended up using Krylon paint to touch this up. Okay, so right now it looks like crap because we have light and dull. But once we get a nice coat of shiny clear on here, it should be nice and uniform and look a lot nicer. So I touched up all the red, I touched up the orange, I went around it with a black marker, tried to touch up the best I could. You know, there was a lot of areas that were physically missing paint, and it was a pain, and so was the yellow. You can still kind of see through the yellow a little bit if you're really, really up close. You know, it's not perfect, but once it's all together and lit up and everything, I think it's going to be just fine. Also, in this video, we have two packages to open. One, I know what it is, and I have not opened it yet. I am waiting to do it on camera. And the other one is another package from Pinball Life, and I think I know what I ordered from there. I'm not positive, so we'll open that one as well. I want to say that one I ordered a week or two ago, and I'm surprised it took so long to get here, but I'm sure it's probably not Pinball Life's fault. It's probably UPS. I'm sure of that. I'm going to grab a couple paper towels real quick. I'm going to wipe this down one more time with just some paper towels, and then we're going to start applying clear. Now, I'm going to be getting clear on these leaf switches a little bit, okay? I'm actually going to take some tape real quick and put them over it. And then we'll just lightly file them once the clear's dry and we've waxed the playfield and everything. But I'm going to put a little bit of blue painter's tape on that. Let me do that first before we wipe this thing down. Just to try to avoid, I don't want any bit of a heavy buildup on it, because then it's just going to be more cleaning that I got to do. So just tape it together like this. Mostly just worried about the contacts. You know, if you get a little bit on the blade itself, I don't think that's really going to hurt anything. And we're not using clear out of a spray gun, so it's not going to be as thick as like when I sprayed the playfield for pinball pool. Tomorrow I am actually going to be clearing the playfield for silver ball because I got the hardtop, and that's the one package we're going to be opening today, is the silver ball hardtop. But anyways, I didn't want to open it until I was on camera. I figured, why not just do it on camera. So I want to clear that tomorrow. So that's going to be its own video. And then I'm going to be more than likely working on the Sinistar and Robotron. We're going to start getting those things together, getting them knocked out so we can get them out of here. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about clearing these. I'm going to just stay light around it, and then they should be okay. Hopefully they don't get stuck or something. I don't think they will. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to probably ball up some tape and stick it in the light sockets. Yeah, I have that wire brush to clean the light sockets, but once again, why make it harder for myself? But it'd be nice to get this back together and working. So what I think I'm going to do with this one is, this has a new main board on here. I'm going to take that main board out of here, and I'm going to use the one that was in silver ball and put it in here. And I'm going to take this new board and use it in my Playboy, because I already have a brand new lamp driver board and I have a solenoid driver board for Playboy. So why not use this new board as well? So all three boards will be new. Man, it's windy out tonight. Got a winter storm warning. And I got to drive to Columbus on Friday, so that'll be fun. Supposed to do that today, but one thing led to another, and pretty much turned into a nightmare today. Insurance companies suck. But finally got it all figured out and fixed. I'm still going to run my brush through there, my little wire wheel on my drill. But this will at least keep heavy clear off of the sockets. And I didn't end up touching up the off-white areas, because everywhere this is off-white, I just scrubbed it the best I could. Almost everywhere the off-white is covered by a plastic. That's not, but for the most part, most of it is. So I wasn't too concerned with it. After I clear this in the next day or two, I'll sand it with some 2000 grit lightly, and then we'll wax it. I'm actually going to stick a piece of tape in there. Good thing is by not using a spray gun, I am not spraying with a lot of high pressure or anything like that, which means less likely to get a bunch of overspray on stuff that I don't want to get it on. You know what's really good for covering these? Those disposable earplugs, and I have a bunch of them in the shop, but I don't feel like going outside, so we're using tape. But yeah, if you have those foam earplugs that you use, those orange ones that you throw away, you smash them up real good, you stick them in there, and they expand, and they fill in the light socket holes perfectly. Almost done. I found a guy on eBay that was selling some LED lights that are not the Ghostbuster ones, just the regular LEDs, which is perfect for all your back glasses and all your lights that run all the time, your general illumination bulbs. I bought all 300 that he had. He had 300 of them available and I paid $150 for 300 bulbs, which I don't think that's too bad. Was that 50 cents a bulb? What was that? 150 times 2, 20 cents a bulb? And it was a good deal. It was way cheaper than anybody else. So I bought all 300 for him. So I should be good on the cool white for a while now. I didn't realize, like when I was doing the Grand Prix, how many actual bulbs there are in a pinball. Way more than I thought. I don't know if I did my math right. Okay, so all my sockets. We're changing that, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to be clearing down here real far. Maybe just go around the flipper sleeves here. Did I buy new flippers for this? I know I bought new flippers for Silver Ball. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. No, I think I just bought, I just bought a rubber kit. Actually bought rubber or yellow rubber for the flippers on this one rather than red. But all the other bands are white. These I'm not worried about. What's it going to hurt? It's not going to hurt it at all. I think that's it. And I'm not really too concerned about the metal. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should tape it off. I keep saying, oh, I'm not concerned about it, and then I tape it off. The more I think about it, you know what? I had the tape sitting right here. It's not really a big deal to just tape it off real quick, I guess. So I was thinking about it as I'm saying, oh, I'm not too worried about taping it off. I'm thinking in my head like, well, maybe I should because the clear is never really going to stick to it good, and it's probably just going to flake off. All right. All right, I'm gonna grab some paper towels and then we're gonna wipe this thing down. Oops, drop my tape. All right, grab some paper towels here. I paid 50 cents a bulb for the LEDs, which is not horrible. I think the cheapest you can get is like 69, 79 cents a bulb from anybody else, so. And that was shipped. Tax and title came out to tax and title. Tax and shipping and everything came out to $50 for every 100. Try to get as much dust and stuff off as I can. All right, so we're going to be using this Spray Max. You can buy it on Amazon. I think that's where this one came from. Part number is 3680061. This is I don't have a mask down here, but it should be all right. I should do light coats. This is a 2K primer. So once you activate this, you only have, I think, 48 hours. So what you got to do is you got to take the top off, okay? And we're going to take this red guy out of here. All right. Now, before we activate it, we're going to shake it real good. I think this stuff is $20-some a can, but don't quote me on that. I bought it weeks ago, and I honestly just don't remember. I have to look it up to see. So here's what you do now, is you take this red thing and you put it in here, okay? And you smash it down real good. I always do it a bunch of times to make sure that I actually separate or poke the bladder inside to release the hardener so that the clear and hardener both mix up. And I always do it a few times to just quadruple check myself. I've never physically looked in one of these cans. If I were to guess, I'd say that there's probably like a little needle or something in there that actually pierces the bladder. But once you do that, like I said, you got about 48 hours to use this stuff, or it turns into gel, and that's the end of it. You're done with it. You can't use it. So we're just going to do some light coats on here. We're not going to go crazy. Check the spray pattern here. Okay. Really, the overspray is not too bad. I wouldn't be doing this in the basement if this room was finished. But, so we got the first coat on. Now, let's see if it says on this can if it has directions or not. I just know because I've used it for a while, or used them in the past. And you have 36 months to use it once you purchase it. So you got to check the date on the can, because if it goes longer than 36 months, they don't recommend using it. The reason why they don't recommend using it is the hardener goes bad, not the clear itself. But once the hardener goes bad, you can't use the clear without the hardener, because it will never set up on you or for you. I don't think these have instructions on the can. So if you guys want to learn more about it, you're going to have to look it up online. But this is basically the same clear that you use out of a spray gun, just in a spray can. So let's take a look at the first coat here. See how it's starting to even everything out? Look at the dirt in it. See all the dirt? That's normal. But once we put 2 more coats of clear on, we'll come back and we will sand it with some 2000. and then use the wax and the little buffer on the drill, and we'll polish it up, and it'll look probably even better than this does. And you can see how shiny this is. So it'll look even nicer than that. So let's go open these packages while we're letting this first coat dry. All right. So this is the Silver Ball hardtop, guys. Carefully open it. I don't know how it's packaged, so I don't want to stick my knife in there real far. Heavier than I thought. They tape it inside the box. Definitely thicker than I thought. I did not expect it to be as thick as it was that it is. But man, does that look freaking awesome. And I'm inside the plastic right now. You know what's funny is I bought some Krylon today. This Krylon color. And I almost bought something that was a little bit more powdery blue, but I think I got a little bit more of an aqua color, which I think is going to match this like perfectly. How do I open this? Yeah, I'm actually very, very surprised it's as thick as it is. I was not expecting that. I was just expecting a really, really heavy duty, like vinyl type material. This is actually like 16th inch thick Lexan. So look at that, guys. There's still a protective coating on it. I do not want to peel that off right now. The reason why I don't want to peel the protective coating off is because we got to squeegee this on. And if we take the protective coating off and we squeegee it on, we're going to scratch the, the playfield itself up, which obviously it's going to get scratched up over time with the ball, but we don't need to be putting any gouges in it with the squeegee. So that is pretty badass looking. We got all our writing inside there. That's why we sanded it all off. So that's awesome. So now I'll put this back in the bag after. So now let's look at the other package that came. Actually, you know what? Let me just, I'll do it after. If you guys need to see me wrestle putting a plastic bag back over that. I think this is one of the things in here. Actually, I think a bunch of the stuff is for the back glass for Silver Ball. Because I had that new back glass, it didn't have any of the plastic that goes around it or the lift channel. I think that's what this is. Yep, so these are the plastic pieces that go around the glass, and then there's a lift channel in there. It's not the metal lift channel. I don't even know if they sell a metal lift channel, but I'm fine with the plastic. That doesn't bother me. So that's that, and then there's some more LEDs in here, I know. I purchased some more, I think these are Ghostbuster ones. I'll have to look because I used a lot of them. Okay. What do we got down here? Oh, posts. Got some posts. I don't know if you guys remember, but some of the posts on Silver Ball snapped off when I was taking it apart because that playfield was such bad shape. I don't know if these are, I'm hoping these are the correct posts. It was tough to figure out. And the other thing is in the silver ball playfield, some of the posts, I think these are for something else. Or maybe I just bought them to have them. But these threads are 1032, and I noticed in the playfield they're 1024. I could not find 1032 posts or 1024 posts anywhere. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to knock out the threaded insert on the backside and put a 1032 insert in there, which I have those already. So I'll do that when I go to put that back together. So we have we have everything for silver ball. Can put it back together. We just need to get it done now. Let me see if these are or Ghostbuster. Yep, Ghostbuster. The hell color are they? Cool white, which, because we used a bunch of them in the back glass on the Grand Prix, all the lights that turn on and off and under the playfield. So I bought some some green, orange, red, and white. And then those posts, and then the lift bar, or lift stuff for the back glass. Okay. All right, so let's go check on that. We'll get another coat of clear put on. And then while that's drying, the next coat of clear, I'll put that playfield away. I'm going to touch a spot down here. Still a little wet. I'm going to let it sit for another 10 minutes. Then we'll come back and put another coat on. So I'm going to pause this, package that back up, and then hopefully we'll be ready for another coat. Okay, we'll put the next coat on. So I looked it up. I was confusing the shit out of myself. Okay, so from Pinball Life, the Ghostbuster LEDs are 59 cents a bulb. On eBay, I paid 38 cents a bulb for the regular LEDs. And I'm not sure what the regular LEDs sell for on Pinball Life. But I paid 38 cents a bulb on eBay. I was getting them all confused. I remembered 50-some cents and I didn't know what it was for. The Ghostbuster ones were 59 cents. I think Comet Pinball is 89 cents a bulb. These cans have a pretty good spray pattern to them. They do sputter a little bit, unfortunately, but as long as you put it on heavy enough, you don't have to worry about it. Actually, guys, we're going to put 3 coats on. The reason being, why throw away some of the can? We're going to use as much of it up as we can. And I'm not going to lie, this second coat looks pretty damn good. I mean, that's looking pretty good, guys. Yeah, we still got a little dirt, and all my brush strokes are starting to even out now. Look at that. So yeah, we're putting our coat or two. I've only used these spray cans on like door jambs and stuff for cars. Never physically done like a big panel. But now the way that this is laying out, I'll bet you could probably paint a panel on a car pretty damn good with this clear. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this again and come back in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. While I'm waiting, let's play a game. Let's play, since Grand Prix sitting right here, let's play this real quick. Still got to put the glass on it. And no overspray is getting on it. I just checked. Just checked the playfield. Nothing sticky or anything like that. That doesn't, like I said, those spray cans are not really putting off a lot of overspray. Another thing I did, guys, I don't know that I showed this, but I lit up a little bit where the flipper goes and where the ball comes out, the plunger. So I put an LED light right here just to give it a little bit of light down here and right here. Figured, you know what, screw it, why not? I just took it off of this one. I put a blue one in here, but I just took it off of this one and jumped over to here and put two white ones in. So let's see if I can play decent. So I played one game earlier as I was working on that, and I scored a 541. Now that I'm videoing, I will have a horrible game. We'll play a couple of games while I'm waiting. Why not? Burn up some time here. If I should turn one light on or not so you can see it a little bit better. That may help a little bit. Still gotta fix the coin door lock and stuff. Shoot. Now that was my own fault. I hit my hand on that metal rail and I have a lock bar on it. This ball loves to drain to the right and left. Darn it. Left side's still going a little quicker, but then again, I haven't gotten a really good shot on the right side yet. Ah, drained. Oh no. I tried trapping the ball and it went down. 307. All right, let's try it again now. Come on, go back up there. Again. No. That was pretty decent on that side. No. That was a pretty good first ball for me. 215 on the first ball. Darn it. Darn it. Shoot. Wow. Hit that center post. Shot it right down the center. Too soon. Oh, 324 on that one. We'll play one more. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. I was up here where it tells you ball in play 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. The ink is like a teal color, so I had teal LED, so I swapped out the cool whites for teal, and it made those numbers look even better because the numbers were a little faded as well, but by putting the teal back there made it look beautiful. So the back glass looks really, really good now. Nope. No. Wow, 6,610. Darn it. I hit both of those drop down targets, but not hard enough to get them to go down. Stay in. Shoot, I knew I was going to do that. right down the drain. All right, clear's still pretty damn wet. So we're gonna play another one. If the clear comes off on your finger really easily and it's not stringy, it's too wet, you have to wait to put the next coat on. Don't rush it, because then if you're gonna get runs. Luckily, it's basically a flat piece, so it shouldn't run, but you never know. Free ball. Or, I'm sorry, extra ball. If I can get it down one of the two lanes if it's lit. Wrong lane. I need to go down this lane. Oh, no. Switch to the other side now. No. Ball 4 and I'm at 512. That was a pretty good play on ball 3. volume. $661. It's almost my highest ever. I think my highest is like just over 7. So let's check this clear now. See, play a game while you're waiting, then you don't rush yourself. That's not too bad. Maybe a hair wet, but I think we'll be okay. I sure hope these don't stick. Kind of forgot about them. Kind of forgot about them, guys. Guess if they stick, I'll be popping them out. All right, I'm gonna let that set for a little bit, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like real quick now before I see how flat that is, guys. I mean, that's pretty good for a spray can. I might put one more coat just because I have it. If I do one more coat, I'm gonna make sure I stay away from these. Probably should have popped those out. I just hope it doesn't. I hope I don't screw myself here on these. So far they seem okay, but that doesn't mean much once it starts drying. All right, let's take a look at it. I don't really know if there's going to be a lot of wet sanding at all, guys. I don't think I'm going to have to do wet sanding. I mean, that's pretty damn impressive out of a spray can. The only thing I'm nervous about is I might have screwed myself on the rollovers. Not sure about that yet. That I might have screwed myself. And the problem is I can't really lift the playfield up right now because the clear's wet. So, I don't know. You know, I'm kind of hoping that it dries and maybe it sticks for a second and I push it down and up and it's okay. I don't know. So, take the centers out if you're going to do this. Should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. Just wasn't thinking. But I am extremely, extremely impressed with this. This is as good of results as the spray gun with A, not having to have a spray gun, B, not needing air compressor, no air hoses, you know, no buying gallons of clear or anything like that. Like I said, I've used this before on door jams and stuff, but I've never used it to this extent. Would I recommend it? 100% yes. I looked it up on Amazon. I will put the link in the description. I'm going to show you the can again. I used just about the whole can. So one can will definitely do a playfield. Now, if you want to do what I did, wet sand it and, or, you know, sand it all down and clear it a second time, you would need 2 cans. It's $25 and some change on Amazon plus plus tax. So it's under $30 for a can of this to get these kind of results. It's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you do this? And then you can, like I said, if this dries this smooth, I am not wet sanding it. What for? A couple little minor imperfections. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to wet sand that. So basically just let it dry for a few days and wax it. And the only reason why you want to wax it is just to put a coat of protectant over the clear so that the wax scratches rather than the clear. So, all right, well, I'm going to end this video. Wasn't a real long video, but we got the playfield cleared. And all my red and everything, yellow, leveled out really nicely. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn nice for what it is. You can buy a vinyl kit that replaces where it says SST you know, that whole area. You could put a sticker over there, which probably, to be honest with you, if you did that and you cleared over it, it would probably have extremely good results as well, because you would be hiding the edge of the sticker under the clear coat. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you're interested in a can of this clear, go to the description on this video. I'll make sure I put the Amazon link in there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do a video on putting clear coat on that play field for Silver Ball, and then I'm going to be working on the Robotron and Sinistar. So have a good night, guys. Have a good Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.